that FPX did last game as well, banning away Enchantress. You don't want to give over the potential to your opponents to just play a hyper carry comp and just outscale you, maybe even cheese you that way. Chazix is back, baby.
Yeah, Chazix is back. Answer from Sengoku going back to their first two picks in game number 1. It's back to the Wukong. It's back to the Rakan. So no adaptations as of yet, but we'll see if they change anything up after.
Yeah, RRQ are the ones who changed things up despite having won the last game in such dominant fashion at that. You could even say maybe RRQ, are they trying new stuff here? Because the Singed is coming in from Helios, trying to play a WRL style, enabling your jungler for facilitating one. That could be what we see from RRQ here.
Exciting stuff. I've been loving the Singed gameplay.
Yes.
I think it's incredibly strong in the right compositions.
In the right hands.
In the right hands. It will most likely be against that Corki, though. If Sengoku want to just run it back, I don't hate the first 3 champions that they lock in here. So, okay, it's the Ziggs. They're pivoting.
That's pretty good stuff. I like the Ziggs a little bit more than the Lux. The Lux offers you some things that Ziggs cannot, but Ziggs' raw power in terms of poke, wave clear, and range, it's just unmatched by anything else in the meta right now. And we see a return of the trademark Exosin Galio. And because of that Galio pickup as well, I feel like Sengoku might be pressured to ban away the Lux now. We see that Lux Galio kill away come true from WRL teams in the past. Lux gonna get banned.
Calling it as it is, Lux taken off the table. RRQ, not necessarily the same like crazy split push style multiple assassins comp yet. They still could, as we know Devil J does play the likes of Kali, can play those assassins too. But it could turn into more of like a single assassin style. Just back up the Kha'Zix. Everything to keep Chazix alive.
Let me float you an idea here, Candace.
Okay.
I don't think Helios is much of a Cinch player. You think Cinch into Wukong is a good matchup here?
Ooh.
Maybe? I know AP lanes are generally favored into Wukong,
They are.
right?
He doesn't have a lot of base magic resist.
Yeah.
One of, if not the lowest base magic resist champions in the entire game.
We saw Ysera try it with Akali. Didn't really work. Maybe the Singed is gonna work better. Let's see. I mean, on paper, it should still go mid lane. 99.9%. Helios will play that one. I'm just floating a little
You just have to get it in there because if it happens, you're massive.
Exactly.
You're Giga Brain at that point.
If it doesn't happen, yeah, it's going mid anyway.
Yeah, it was
Singed mid, of
hypothetical.
course.
You know, I didn't say it was going. I said it could. Maybe. As now we get to see Sengoku's next pick right here. They even ban away the Akali there, so could be even more evidence. Oh, Garen. Okay.
Garen to counter the Cinch mid. So Sengoku believes it's gonna be a Cinch mid, and it very likely will be. And of course, Maki gonna lead the charge here on the Varus. Aggressive in lane, playmaking out of lane. Let's see what they can do. Maki and Exo now the aggressors. Varus Galio want to be so aggressive in lane.
And I will say, I think that this means that you don't want to go Singed into the Baron lane either, because they could just send the Garen up there, Wukong jungle at that point. So, all right, RRQ, Riven in the Baron lane, Singed mid, Kha'Zix jungle. This is a lot of damage packed in the different lanes, you know, jungle and then both sides of the map.
Yeah, for once, Helios is not going to be the carry. He's on a facilitative champion here. But everyone else has the tools to carry, has the tools to lead the charge. Let's see how this Helios Chaz combo works out with the dynamic swapped up a little bit here. Wukong jungle going to be coming in from Rush, and we will see the age-old matchup, Renekton Riven.
Very skill matchup.
Yes.
A little bit swingy. If either of them get ahead, they can continue that snowball and really get ahead at that point. And wow,
how cool does he look?
Cool. That was sick.
Renekton Riven going to be a very pivotal point of this game. Whichever jungler, whichever support gets roam timing down, accelerates either side of this matchup. And like you said, it could just keep snowballing for that matchup. But I want to see Maki and Exo try to be a bit more aggressive as well as one.
Game 2 loading onto the Rift. RRQ having a chance to sweep through the WJC. Sengoku fighting for their lives, for their region's pride against the WCS. Let's see if they can make it happen.
If RRQ were to win this, they would have won this series with 2 different styles. Split push and now team fight with Helios off a carry. They're trying to be more multifaceted here, trying to show new dimensions, which I think is so important for them. Ooh, look at that trade coming in.
Yeah, not winning out in the bottom lane. As Exosin is very low in the health bar, and
Nice.
Devil J, though, winning the top lane trade.
All right, so let me just spark notes this for you guys. How does this matchup play out between Riven and Renekton? Short trades favor the Renekton. He needs to get wave access.
Yeah, but this is not.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, if you can hit level 2 first as the Riven, you got a lot of kill pressure. Is that how the matchup goes usually, Omo?
Well, that shouldn't be how it happens. That's not how it should go.
Oh, maybe we can trade
close.
bot. Okay. Marky and Exosin are actually kind of getting bullied around down here.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Sengoku are not going to be happy that one happened, but
Yep.
I am going to be happy because it lets me explain this matchup a little bit more. Renekton is generally known as a strong laner. He's a bully laner, but he's so weak at level 1. Riven has 3 spells effectively at level 1 that she weaves in with a passive, so Renekton needs to respect that. Back off the wave, let it hit your turret. When it bounces, you stack your Fury, and then you threaten short trades. That's how this matchup should work out. Riven abused the level 1, Devil J understood his limits, and Kai did not respect.
And Devil J also gets another wave shoved in, so coming back with a full-on completed cooldown reduction plus extra health. That feels good on Riven. She likes both of those things.
Cooldown reduction is damage on Riven because the more you get to weave your combos, the more damage you do, and you have such short cooldowns already.
So, Kai, can you equalize? Or just gotta stop the bleeding in a way. Or can the rest of the map get an advantage for themselves?
This.
Marky and Exosin were low on health, and now Rush and Hawk both spend the time. Exosin uses the Shield of Durin to push them away.
Not really losing anything on the side of Sengoku or RRQ, but not really gaining anything on either side as well.
Okay,
This
here
is
we go.
big.
Here we go.
Okay, never mind.
That's how you do it, Kai.
Yeah, pretty good trade here from Kai. The key to Renekton laning is when you have wave control, when you get to access the wave, you are strong because you stack Fury. You're all about that Fury management, all about that trading pattern. Devil J, if Kai overextends, he can very easily threaten kill like this.
He goes in, and okay, another good trade.
Yeah.
He didn't have level 5, so I was worried at first, especially because I could see Chaz was there, but Kai does survive. And wins another trade. He walks into the brush. Chaz is there. The flash from Devil J! And so much damage. That's another kill.
Kanga's Kai had dominance and flash. There was just no time, no space to react to that instant burst combo. Devil J was so clean with it too. He just comboed everything into the flash and just one-shot him together with Chaz.
Didn't even use Ignite. So as you go for a reset, this is probably just a complete Black Cleaver.
Yeah.
I would guess. Oh,
Sunder.
no. Okay, he's going for the Sunder instead. Okay. Close to a completed Sunder.
Very, very close. Well, nope,
there it is. He saved. Yeah, I mean, it's only 200 difference between the completed item and the regular, so you might as well.
Yeah, 3-minute Divine Sunder. That's going to be huge for Devil J. I would have loved to see Kai go for something like the Ninja Tobbies here. That would have helped him a lot in the laning matchup, but he's going to be all-inning on the Black Cleaver. There is a timing window with Black Cleaver and Blade of the Rune King, where Renekton can still win trades against the Riven. That's assuming this matchup doesn't get any more out of control than it already is. But even
maybe a little bit of
like
hopium.
this, a little bit of hopium, but with 2 items, Renekton can still basically one-shot a Riven.
All right, you hear that, WJC fans? You are hoping Kai can make it to 2 items in this matchup. Maybe Rush can help him out with that. The flash for the Cyclone. They know the Devil J does not have flash. That's the damage follow-up. It takes 2, but they shut down Devil J.
Yeah, I misread that one. I thought they wouldn't have enough damage, but just enough. And yeah, that's a great time
Just after 4 minutes. Beautiful.
Exactly. Turret fortification is gone.
But there's an answer. RRQ are actually sending members here. That's a flash from Exosin. The taunt. Marky flashing forward with the Chains of Corruption. Lands it on the Rush. And now here comes Chazix. The follow-up damage gets the kill.
We have an inside joke in the WCS. When you see Exo play Galio, and he just his punches, just flash, because he is going to flash 100% of the time. It's a combo he always goes for.
You know it's coming. Oh, under the turret, though. Chaz taking a lot of damage. That's big. Okay, close.
Very nearly 2 kills there for 1.
Yeah. All right, hey, Kai gets the Black Cleaver and the boots after that one. They didn't quite get the turret. They were really close. Maybe one more push could get Kai back into this game.
They're not going to be able to move Ziggs there, but 1 satchel would take that one down. That's how low it is. 5 minutes on the clock, Kangas. This is it. The game state is still relatively close. The real gold lead is only Devil J versus Kai. And Kai's not coming. Kai's just staying in the bottom lane. I think that's a good call. Try to get some farm in your Renekton right now. He's too far behind.
And, I mean, you can just use the Ziggs to try and poke out this Herald. Juan is pretty far away, though. Now, okay, Hawk, you're really in there.
Wait,
Oh, and he's just taking down Chaz, a Hawk! Doing it all himself. Trades his life for the enemy jungler. It might be enough though. If Rush can get out of here, this is huge. And Nakai actually roamed all the way up from the Dragon Lane. Rush is still alive. He's just buying time in the pit. Focus on Marky. He doesn't have the summoner spells. Marky should go down here. Helios and Exosin though, they get on top of one. And it's just Kai. Can he get the Herald? He's in a 1v2 scenario. Kai could be the hero, but he doesn't quite have the damage. He got the Herald! The damage should take him down, right? The poison should kill him.
He's out, he's out!
He's out? Oh, Kai, that was beautiful.
The last 6 minutes of events, the level 1 solo kill, the level 5 dive onto Kai. It's all forgotten now. The hero play from the Renekton. He
they might get more
gold as well with Devil J.
I thought Oki could maybe get more there onto Chaz. Not quite. But yeah, Kai's right back in it. Look at the gold differential.
Yeah.
He's caught back up.
And he has the Rift Herald as well. If he finds some plates, if he finds a turret with it, that's basically a Blade of the Rune King completed. And then that's the timing window we talked about. You start winning the matchup again.
The WJC fans just sent a massive amount of energy to Kai in these last couple of minutes. He's charging up. Right now,
he definitely is, but we need to talk about Hawk. The man just won the team fight for his team, diving into 3 people, soloing out the enemy jungler on a Garen.
That's what Garen does! It's so frustrating. It's like, why do you have so much damage and we can't kill you?
Literally the definition of you protect and he attack.
Pretty much. Yeah. But RRQ, they're going for a play on the bottom lane right now. Trying to pull back the carry, actually pull back Oki, the squishier member, but Chaz doesn't have enough burst damage to follow up.
Yeah, a lot of damage onto Oki. He's forced to use the charm as well, and that means that this dragon should very well go over to RRQ. The chance is pretty low though. He has to be careful of Hawk yet again.
And they flash away. Meanwhile, Herald drops mid.
That's huge.
Okay, Sengoku, this is like a really big play for Sengoku. This could just immediately get them back in the game. Not only is it gold in their pocket, it's priority in the mid lane. I'm surprised they didn't stick around for more because of how low Chaz was. I think they actually could have pushed for that dragon.
I think so. I think they dropped the Herald mid. Don't be concerned with the outcome of that one. Leave the satchel charge there and go to the dragon. The problem was, I think one misclicked. He detonated the satchel a little bit early before the Herald slammed. That might have cost them the play there, but they're still going to be able to get the dragon. They started at Kangas.
Both teams have vision on each other based on the wards that have been placed down. So RRQ, they know this is happening. Chaz is in the neighborhood. He could jump in for the steal. He has the flash as well, but look at the bottom half of the river. Juan's very low. Chaz goes in, he steals the dragon! RRQ's jungler just don't miss. Meanwhile, Devil J, he gets a turret top lane.
Like a thief in the night, Chazix jumps in, steals it, flashes out. Devil J's not even here, gets a turret, gets the gold back, and RRQ in a blink of an eye get a gold lead again and get the dragon.
That was so close. So close for Sengoku Gaming. They had the game in control, but if you don't pull the dragon, if you let the Kha'Zix get in like that, he has the burst to steal it.
And you know, while we have a bit of time, Kangas, there's a player I want to talk about in this game. All right, we always scream his name, right? Devil J, Helios, Chaz, they're so good. Exo with the engages. But Marky is just so incredibly stable and consistent around all of these teamfight setups. Did you see how aware he was at the Dragon Pit that Rush was posturing to come over the wall at him? He was just chilling, waiting for his time, and managing his distance so very well. He's the unsung hero of RRQ basically every game.
Staying alive is the primary job of a dragon laner, and Marky's doing it very well. The top turret barely still alive. Honestly, that's probably good for Sengoku, because now they can walk up and actually hit that and get the gold for it.
Sure, yeah.
But they might go for a dive on the Helios.
It is a singe, though.
Yeah, he's pretty tanky. And there's a Galio nearby. This would be really bad. They're even on vision, but they just go straight onto Exosin. Try and Justice Punch flash out of that one, buddy. Sengoku, find a pick.
They say if the global is rotating down, we go to the global, but Sengoku yet again committing so much. 4 ultimates. 2 flashes. Trying to do my math here, it's a little bit hot. 2 flashes, 4 outs to kill a support and get nothing.
Yeah, no objective, no turret. They have control over the Herald, though. I think that over the extended play, it's working out for them, but that's mostly because RRQ, they're going for this play. They say, all right, take the control over the Herald. We're going to go for a dive, but they don't get the kill. They will get the turret.
And this is a trait we see very often as well. What does a Herald get you, Kangas? A turret. Yeah, so if we skip the Herald,
It could be anything.
Yeah.
It could even be a turret, Omo.
we just go straight for the turret. We skip the middleman here.
No, that's way less exciting.
It is. It kind of is, especially
See, you
since
can just
they
do
didn't
that.
convert.
You can just walk up and auto it once.
Bump the turret, still have the Herald. You're good to go. Honestly, Sengoku, they're not in the worst game state right now, though my concern is scaling-wise, the Garen, the Wukong, the Renekton, they will be a bit low on damage. They do have the Ziggs, that's the upside. But Riven, Kha'Zix, these are big
Even the
playmakers
Singed.
for RRQ. Yeah, the Singed as well, right? I'm not big on the late game Singed, but still, the playmaking potential is there.
The thing about the Singed for me is that usually he's not a champion until you have Rylai's. But once he has Rylai's, I mean, Deadman's, you want the armor against his comp, but also the Leandries, that's when you start to really hurt if you're going for that build, so.
With the M-Tome as well, I think he's going to be getting that one pretty soon. It's going to be a very scary power spike.
And now it's 3,000 gold deficit for Sengoku. If you were sending energy to Kai earlier, keep it coming! I don't know why you stopped, because he started to fall off a little bit, but he has hit that power spike that you were alluding to.
He's
the
been on it
two
for a
items
while.
on the Renekton.
Yeah, he's been on that power spike for a while now, but RRQ doing such a great job at avoiding the bad matchups that they don't want to take. They've been sending Helios to catch a lot of these dangerous waves, and he is a lot harder to kill.
Kai doesn't want to be in this matchup. He'd rather be up against Devil J still, even though you
He
can
died
die to
twice.
the Riven, even though it might be scarier, you know, at least you can utilize this power spike on the Renekton. Much better than against the Sin. She's just going to flip you and run away if you try to do anything.
Yeah, and this Renekton right now has a lot of damage, but you got to keep in mind, Kangas, he's got to be so squishy. No defensive items at this point. Renekton's basically an assassin with these items. You're going to one-shot someone, but if they catch you out, you're going to get one-shot too.
I mean, he's got the stasis, so that's all the tank you need, right? You know, you can't take damage if you're in stasis.
Though what I am concerned about is RRQ's team comp yet again has so much poke as well, right? You have this Varus to just poke you out, poke you out, poke you out. And once RRQ decides to satisfy it, they dive in. Riven, Singe, Kha'Zix, Exo following up with the Galio as well.
And Marky's getting closer to that Cyrilda's, which means you're going to be slowing, you're going to have that extra armor penetration.
Double slow.
Yeah, and ooh, does he have it right now? Oh, he has it right now. That's 3 item Varus already. As Exosin tries to get the taunt over the wall. Shield of Durin does not land onto Kai though.
Yeah, we have a bit of time before the dragon fight. That's going to be an ocean in 15 seconds. Recalls coming in. 3 items picked up now. Devil J as the Death Dance. The extra armor we talked about. So vital against Sengoku. And the Ignore Pain passive too. You don't want to get it bursted out. That's going to help you a lot. Resets to reset the Ignore Pain. That's very possible given the nature of the team comp that they have to.
I'm going to call it now. Kai doesn't want to be in lane with Devil J anymore. As the Dragon started up by RRQ. Look at the zone control from Helios, but in goes Kai. Flashing into the pit, trying to single out Chaz. If Kai can get this 1-1, that's huge, but he cannot. Meanwhile, the rest of Sengoku, they were trying to follow up, but RRQ, they're too good. Nobody's on Marky this entire fight. The Varus spitting out arrows with a quadra kill and a rampage to Marky.
One misstep from Sengoku, and it's a 5-0 ace coming in from RRQ. Devil J was so low, but he just could not die. And RRQ, eyes on the Baron.
Prime game. All right, focus. Okay, and now we're back in the game. Perfect
back to a clean ace here. That gives me the time to talk about one little detail I noticed about the beatboxing clip.
Yeah?
Did you notice how it was all the young guns beatboxing? It was good. But Coach Kaigu, as well as Exosin, the veterans here, they were cool as a cucumber. They were focused.
That's the good balance that you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you want the younger players to have the confidence, but the older players to reel them back in. You know, back ground. That's the rest of this with only one headphone on my left ear. My right ear is going to be open. So I'm hoping that I can actually hear RRQ from the stage as we are back into the game. The pauses have been sorted out, hopefully for good. But to catch up, 10,000 gold lead for RRQ.
Very dominant game 2 here from Rex, Regum, Qeon. When you see Shelly get spawned in base, it's always a bit sad, but here we go.
Big engage coming in from Sengoku Gaming. This could be a massive turnaround for them as they catch out Chaz.
Oh my god!
RRQ with a big shade of corruption! Marky! Chain these arrows together with a double kill. Helios wants some of that action as well. Flashing in, going for Marky's second quadrant. That's a triple. Can they take down Kai in his own base? Locked down, and it's taken by Devil J. But the 6-0 WCS versus WJC continues. win.
I love RRQ, Kangas. I love him in game. I love him out of game. And Marky there doing the bow and arrow at the end. You thought you had Chaz. Turns out Chaz didn't even need to come back from the pause, and Marky cleans house.
The synergy of the heart on stage as well.
It wasn't a good heart, though. It's kind of out of shape.
An attempt was made.
Yes.
And we credit that as now RRQ go over to their opposition, giving some fist bumps. There is still an opportunity, a potential for Sengoku to get revenge against RRQ, depending on what happens else. They have 2 lives. The beatboxing continues. This victory belongs to RRQ.
And I love how much this team enjoys the game as well. Credits to Sengoku. Despite the loss, they had some good moments there. If they played against a team not called RRQ, who Kangas, I might say is the best non-WRL team. RRQ. If they played against any other team, Sengoku might have taken it. But RRQ just look on a different level right now.
The Filipino team, the Filipino pride, with their celebration well-earned after a 2-0. And I look over to my corner, I see Riku dancing right now.
And you saw at the end of the team fight. Oh, 21
because okay.
The game was over in 15 minutes.
That
is why.
Had it gone longer, we got too excited.
I'm just saying, I got to close this.
excited.
I got to close this. I win.
That's actually true.
And that's crazy, right? Like, we saw that much damage, but RRQ was so dominant that they finished the game in 15 minutes. But Sengoku, in my opinion, did a little better in this game regardless, because they were changing their approach, right? They got 2 Rift Heralds, they pushed a few turrets, but it was just still not enough. RRQ was the obvious better team right here.
Yeah, and I want to point out like the different styles that RQ can play as well. I mean, like this game was so different from how they played during Game 1, Stuart. And like, you know, we know this from RQ, that they're capable of being pretty much wild cards on and in game and out of the game as well.
Yeah, very, very flexible. I mean, you can see their beatbox skills and everything as well. You know, they're skillful in-game. They're also skillful out-of-game as well, you know. I think Helios as well, obviously another highlight this game. Not playing the assassin sometimes, but showing that he could play other picks as well. You know, these kind of tanks, mages, like the Singed as well. But Singed is still a playmaker. You know, Singed is still a champion that can look to engage, is a playmaker as well, and is really, really strong.
That is right. And coming up next, the #1 seed from EMEA takes on China.
Sorry.
Of course, these guys on the analyst desk right now are very, very excited because it is going to be Team Queso versus J Team. Icons 2022 will be right back.
Queso